So I think you need to press something on that. Maybe. Oh, anyway, let's just sit for a moment. Right, don't touch anything else, anybody. You're all moving around now. I'm jiggling around on my screen. Not good, you've all changed position. So let's just begin. Bring our hands onto our tummy. Close the eyes. So rest your hands on your tummy. Can you not see me, Jane? And bring awareness to your breath. There we are. Don't look settled. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. And you're feeling the movement of the body as you breathe. So you're feeling the hands lift on the inhale and then release a little on the exhale. Maybe you can hear the breath. Maybe you could find your Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. So if you were breathing through the mouth, it would sound like a sound, but you're going to try and make that sound breathing through your nose. So to make the sound, to have this sensation, you're going to partially close the back of your throat. So you can hear your breath. It's probably a little bit harder on the inhale. Then we can just rest the hands onto your knees, let the breath return back to normal. And we'll make some circular movements with the body. So we'll just circle the body. And you can close the eyes when you're doing this as well, and you can move to your own rhythm and pace. So noticing how your body feels, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you round back. And then you could go the other way. And slowing it down, come back to your center. So come back to your neutral spine, your shoulders are open, the ears, your chest is open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a little as you drop your ear towards your left shoulder and take your right arm out to the side. When you come up, you can go the other way. If you drop your ear to your shoulder, you take the left arm out to the side. Feel the stretch through the side of your neck. And hands come back to your knees. Just let your chin drop a little way towards your chest. Keep your shoulders down. Just drop your chin a little way to your chest. And then you lift your shoulders, lift your chin. So you release your shoulders, let the chin drop towards your chest. And again, lift the shoulders, lift the chin. Slowly release the shoulders. Push down through the feet, find length along the spine, turn your head to your left. And draw the shoulders back a little bit so your chest is open. So you're feeling the openness across the upper chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a little. And then you release and you turn the head the other way. Again, draw the shoulders back a little bit. So feel this openness across your upper chest. So it's a little movement. And then you come back to the middle. Let go of the body and roll your shoulders. And go the other way. And then we could just move one shoulder and then the other. We could flow a little from side to side. Keep awareness of the breath. So remember, the practice is almost a moving meditation. So whenever your mind is wandering, you're just coming back to your breath. The mind likes to wander. These thoughts is popping up. Morning, noon, and night, left, right, and center. And you can just bring awareness back to the breath. Finding a little bit of space between our thoughts, and we come back to center, slowing it down again, relax the shoulders. And we take the fingertips to the middle of the forehead. So the little fingers be resting on the point just between your eyebrows. And then just draw your fingers out towards your temples. So the fingertips come to the middle of the forehead, and then draw the fingers out towards the temples. And again, fingers to forehead. And then you could take the fingers just above the eyebrows and take the hands up and over your head. This is tracing where the bladder meridian goes. So starting at the eyebrows and coming up and over the head. And one more time. So fingertips to eyebrows and again up. Sorry if you just had your hair done. Any of you. And then release the hands, let the hands a little shake. And then we can take the left arm up, reach over to your right. And we go the other way, up and over. And up and over. Up and over. And last time, two more, up and over. And up and over. And back to the middle. So we take the hands onto your knees. We'll take our cat-cows. We draw the shoulders down. We lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, you round. Tap the chin towards your chest. Lift your heels. So you drop the heels. Spread the fingers. Lift your toes perhaps. Exhaling. Push the hands forwards. Tap your chin towards your chest. And again, inhaling, draw the heels of the hands back, spread your fingers, lift your chest, keep your shoulders down, exhale, push the hands forward. So do a couple more in your own time. But just thinking about inhaling as you lift, and exhaling as you round. And then come back to a neutral spine when you're ready. And we're going to just float one arm, the opposite leg. So we're taking right arm, left leg. And then we'll just swap sides. So as effortlessly as possible, one arm, the opposite leg. And again, flowing from side to side. So the foot that's on the floor really lightly just resting against the floor. Again, so you just lift. And you lift, and again, you could close your eyes and you could do this in your own time. So just opposite arm and leg. So how does this feel? Just move from one side of the body to the other. And then as we stop, we could just keep lift your right leg. So keep your arms down, lift the right leg, push out through the heel. Find length along your spine and then point your toes. So flex the foot, spread the sole of the foot, point your toes, flex, and point, and flex, and drop your heel towards the ground. So you can check back a little bit. So bring your heel onto the ground. So finding a comfortable point on your chair. So your left knee is above your ankle. Your right heel is on the ground. You're drawing your toes back towards you. You're finding length along your spine. The hands are coming to your chair. So you're drawing your shoulders back and you're just folding from the hips. So this might be a little tiny movement. You're not dropping the head. You just keep the spine long and folding a little way if you can from the hips. So you inhale, lengthen, exhale as you fold. Again, keep the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together so you're not rounding, you're left long. And then you might feel there's a stretch through the back of your leg, feel an openness across your chest. And then we bring the body up to a vertical position again, lift your right knee and then either keep the toes on the floor as you swivel the leg around or pick the leg up or like that. Swivel and swing the other way, whichever version you're doing. And then can you pick that leg up a little? So however you would like to pick it up, you might have a foot, you might just be holding onto the lower leg. And can you find maybe a different movement in the leg, in the hip? Might be a tiny movement to see what you can, what kind of movement you can find. And then we can just rest either ankle on your knee or ankles across. So our seated version of pigeon pose, you're letting this knee drop away from you. You're finding length along the spine. You've got your left knee above the ankle. Your hands are on your chair. Your shoulders are back. Your chest is lifted a little. And as we're drawing up through the core, we're going to flow the body forwards, leading from the chest, coming forwards. And then you relax the head. So as you're coming up again, pulling up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine, uncurling, lift your chest, lift. And exhale, fold the body forwards. And again, inhaling, so keep your core muscles engaged, lifting up. Head's the last thing to come up, and then exhale, folding forwards. Just holding onto the chair, you can just rest here for a second. So as you start to come up again, remember you're just drawing up through your core, you're pulling up through the pelvic floor, your tummy buttons pull towards the spine, you lift the body up. And then either squeezing the knees together or crossing the knees and or wrapping the foot around. Take the hand to your waist, take the other hand behind the back, squeeze the legs together or the thighs together, lift, and then you twist to your right. So feeling the movement as you breathe between your hands, find the length along your spine still, exhale as you twist. And then as you untwist, we're just going to pick this right leg up, hold it with your left hand, the leg comes across at an angle, we take the arm out to the side, looking at your right thumb, pushing out through your right heel. Try not to collapse the spine, so root down through your sit bones, draw your shoulder blades together. The foot comes down, we're going to come straight into warrior two, so we're going to slide your right leg out, take the left leg over to the side, so creating this angle between your legs. So you've got your left knee above ankle, you've got your right foot to wherever feels comfortable, your shoulders are above your hips. You can also use the hands just to kind of externally rotate your inner thighs. So adjusting the feet if you need to, pushing down through the feet, take the arms out to the side, reach through the fingers. And we'll do this funny arm position we did. So we're going to take the right arm under and the left arm over. So the palm is facing down and the lower palm is facing up. And then we can go the other way. So left arm comes under, right arm comes over. And again, flowing from side to side. So leaning towards your right as you take the left arm overhead. And then leaning to the left as your right arm comes overhead. And again, up and over. And up and over. And then come back to your warrior pose, reaching through your fingers, pressing down through the feet, looking over the middle finger of your left hand. Root down through the sit bones, reach out through the fingers, drop your shoulders, and then we can release the hand, bend your right knee and come into your horse stance, seated horse stance position. So again, the knees are above your ankles. Your knees are equidistant from the midline. Your spine is long. Draw the shoulders back a little. Lift your toes. Lift your heels. Rock the heels. Squeeze the legs together. And we'll take a forward fold, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. So you can rest the forearms here, or you can bring the hands towards the feet. Relax your shoulders. And as you start to come up, lifting up, lift your arms, lift your legs, take the arms out to the side, tummy button to spine. Toes come down, heels come down, hands come into your chair. So if holding onto the side of the chair, you could just push down through the heels of the hands as you lift the chest. You might even be able to lift your hips a little way off the chair, but it depends how your wrists are feeling. You could just push into the heels of the hands and lift the chest, or you can lift up a little, but be mindful of your shoulders. If you've got, if your chair doesn't feel a bit wobbly, then also don't do it. Anyway, come back to your neutral position. Perhaps give your hands a little shake. And then we'll take the left leg up. So the left leg is lifted, pushing out through the heel. And then point your toes. So you flex and point, flex, point, and flex. Can't remember we circle the ankle on the other side. We should have done, but let's just circle the ankle on this side. So swivel your foot and swivel the other way. And then we can bring the heel to the ground. So bring your body hips forward a little bit so you're finding a comfortable place in your chair, drawing your toes back towards you. So you're feeling the stretch through the back of the leg, your fingers are on your chair, your shoulders are down, you're rooting down through the sit bones, so the body's feeling quite light. So you're finding length along your spine, tummy button towards your spine, and then just fold the body forward a little way, see what it feels like. So your chest is open. So try not to bow the head, so keep the shoulders down, chest is open, you're hinging at the hips. So feeling a stretch maybe through the back of your leg, perhaps. So as you start to lift the body up, you could lift your knee a little and either just swivel the foot on the ground or pick the leg up, swing the leg around, and see what it feels like on this side. And swing the other way. And then you could see if you could pick up this leg some way. So holding the foot or the shin, but just see if you can find another movement. So swivel your leg. How does this leg want to move? Little movement, might be a big movement. And then this ankle might rest above your knee, or you might cross the ankles. So we're working, remember, with this kidney meridian, which runs up through the inner seam of your leg. The kidney is a store of our jing, our life force energy or essence. We're letting the knee move away from you. And again, lifting your chest. And then this time we'll flow the body forward. So you can round the back a little. Inhale as you come up. Lift. Exhale, leading from the heart, folding forward. And then you can bow the head. So inhale, coming up, drawing up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward, and I'm holding it here for a second. So just holding onto your chair, relax the shoulders. And then again, as you come up, engage your core muscles, easing yourself up, either just bringing the legs a little bit closer together, or you've got your knees crossed and you might have your foot wrapped around. And you can take the hand to the waist, the other hand behind the back, twist to your right. So you inhale left, you're twisting to the right even, unless you've frozen. Left even, left, twist your left. Twist your left, inhale, lift, exhale, twist. It was Gina, she threw me. I thought she might have frozen because she wasn't moving. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. And then you come back to the center. I blame you, Gina. Straighten your left leg, push out through the heel and take your left arm out to the side. So you've got your left leg is straight, pushing out through the heel, take the arm out to the side, drop your shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then as the foot comes down, we'll slide that left leg out, slide the right leg out, and find your warrior two on this side. So your Virabhadrasana 2. So your knees above the ankle. See where this left foot wants to come to. Take the arms out to the side, relax the shoulders, reach through the fingers. The left arm comes under, the right arm comes over. And then we go the other way. So we're leaning slightly to the right as the left arm comes over and the right arm comes under. And again, swap. So you're flowing from side to side. Up and over, leaning to the right, left arm comes over, right arm comes under. And we do two more. Up and over. And last time, up and over. Release the arms, so take the arms out to the side again, drop the shoulders, reach through the fingers, look over the middle finger of your right hand. Release the hands, bend the knees, you're in your horse stance position again, so your shoulders are down, chest is lifted. Maybe you could round a little as you tuck your chin towards your chest. So it's a wide-legged child's pose, a cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift the chest slightly. And as you exhale, rounding, tucking pelvis under a little way, chin to chest. And again, inhale as you uncurl. Exhale as you round. And up to a neutral spine. Legs come back together, coming up onto your toes. We take the hands to the outside, so we do our seated version of Baddha Konasana. Take the knees out to the sides. Again, shoulders down, chest is lifted, gazing up. Hands come to the inside, squeeze the knees together. Drop the heels to the floor, lifting up. And we'll exhale, folding forward. So coming to whatever forward fold you would like to take. You might have your hands resting above your knee, your elbows above your knees, or all the way down. And pushing into the feet, lifting up. Lift the legs, take the arms out. Feet come down and hands to your center. So again, we can take the hands onto the chair, pushing into the heels of the hands, either just squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest, or you might be able to lift the hips a little way off the ground, off the chair. And come back down towards your chair again. Let go of the hands, a little shake. And then we stop. So just resting here for a second. Close the eyes and bring awareness back to your breath. And we close our right nostril with our thumb. Take the index finger, middle finger between your eyebrows and inhale through your left nostril. Close your left nostril with your ring finger and your baby finger and exhale through the right. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close the left. Exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Close the right. Exhale left. One more round. Inhale left nostril. Close the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Just release the hands. Take a breath. And exhale through the mouth with a and then just checking with how you're feeling before we come to stand. So we'll come up onto the left side of your chair. I'm just going to change my camera. Socks off. So we're standing with the feet hip distance apart. You're spreading your toes. Can you lift the toes? Maybe spread the toes, lift them. And then when you place the toes down, perhaps you could place them down in order. So your little toe and the second toe and the next toe, your big toe. So your toes are spread nice and wide. And then can you maybe just see if you can press down through the balls of the feet and the base of the, through the base, the ball of your big toe, the little toe, the edges of the heels. And then that point in the center of your foot. So can you press down through the middle of your foot? So you've got 5 points of contact with each foot. And then if you were to check with your knees, see if your knees are pointing straight ahead. If your knees are curling inwards a little, perhaps you could take the weight to the outside edges of your feet. So your knees are pointing straight ahead. And then try and unlock your knees. So try not to stand with your legs like that. Try and have a gentle bend in your knees. So when we were to look up, if I looked at you side on, you'd have your ears above your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. So you could perhaps just tilt your pelvis forwards and back. So come to what feels like a neutral pelvis. And then just check in to see if you can think if you have this alignment of ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. So do you need to have a slightly bigger bend in your knees? Can you tilt your pelvis under a little bit? Can you relax your shoulders? Maybe your chin is dropping down, so lift your chin so it's parallel to the floor. And find this point, this mountain pose, where you're feeling completely connected to the earth. You're pushing down through your feet. And then if you're to interlace your fingers, as we lift the hands, perhaps we could lift your heels. And then as you drop the heels, release the arms. So you don't have to lift the heels. We could just take the arms up. Maybe you could lift your heels. And then drop the heels. Release the hands. And again, lift. And release. Let go of the hands. Come back to your mountain pose. Take the hands onto the hips, and perhaps just swiveling the hips. And swivel the other way. And then you come back to your neutral position. The weight is coming into your right foot. You could just hover your left toes on the ground. Maybe you could take that leg out to the side. Perhaps you want to hold onto the chair. You might even be able to lift the leg slightly as the knee comes out sideways. So this leg is strong. You're drawing up through your standing leg, easing the knee out, turning your head perhaps to the right, squeezing your shoulder blades together a little bit. And then what does it feel like when you take that knee across the body? So you might even want to pop your foot onto the chair, but you can just take the knee across. You could take the left arm out to the side, keep the hips facing fairly forwards, and then just take the knee across. And then as you come back to the middle, the hand could come to your waist and you could take the leg forwards. So that when we bend the back knee, you could drop the heel to the ground. So you've got to stretch again through the back of your left leg. So you've got your left knee bent, your right leg is straight. Draw the toes back towards you, relax your shoulders, and we'll scoop the water. So the toes come down, the back heel lifts, the arms lift. And then as you bend the right knee, you straighten the left, lift the toes, reach down towards the toes. The toes come down again, the back heel lifts, the arms sweep up. And again, bend the right knee, straighten the left, the hands come down towards the ground, the arms come up, the heel lifts. We'll do two more. So it's a flowing, fluid movement. Your hands are coming down. You're bending the back knee, you're lifting the heel, coming up, little back bend. And last time, pushing the hands towards the ground, scooping the arms up, holding it here. The hands come back to your center and you pop your feet together. I'm just going to change this camera angle a teeny weeny bit because otherwise you can't see much of my feet. Sorry, and I've got my fairy lights all in a bit of a knot. They're very difficult to unravel. So anyway, so coming to a, oh, no, you can't see my head. It's very difficult. It's camera angle. No, that might be it. Let's have a look. Halfway, there we are. Take a dive. Good. Hands to your hips. Step your left foot over the right. So you're spreading the toes, you're squeezing the thighs together, and then maybe you can lift your back heel. And then perhaps you could twist a little way to your left. So you're squeezing thighs together and you're just twisting, pulling up to the pelvic floor still, tummy button towards the spine, and just twist a little way to your left. Can you feel the breath? Maybe there's more movement in one side of the body than the other. And then when you untwist back to the middle, if you keep the weight in your, take the weight into your right foot. Now you could just pop your left toes onto the ground, or we could take this as a balance with your left ankle above your right knee. And then the option for here is to bend the right knee and you could flex the foot. And the other thing you could do is take your hands to your chest, or a combination. But try and keep the spine long, so you're not leaning forward, so your spine is upright, you're just bending the knees a little bit. Try and keep the hips facing forward. You might not be a very big bend, you might just have your toes on the floor and be bending like this. And then as you start to come up, you could release the leg and then perhaps just swing the leg around. See what that? And then swing the other way. Maybe bring the foot to the ground for a moment, rest this leg. So the foot comes down to the ground and then we could just sway a little from side to side. So noticing the difference between one leg and the other. As you come back to your mountain pose, so see that notice the difference in your body, if any. And we'll pick this left knee up again. And we're going to step it back into warrior two again. So we're going to step the leg back. Left leg is coming back, your right knee will be bent. So the difference when you're standing in warrior two is that your front heel might be in line with the middle of your back foot. Your hips are opening sideways and the arms are reaching out towards your feet. So your shoulders are down again. You're reaching through your fingers. And we'll slide the hand, left hand down your straight leg, and the right arm will come up and over-ish. That's it. And then as you come the other way, you just rest your forearm above your knee and take your left arm up and over. So when you come back to your warrior pose, bring the body to upright again, take the arms out to the side, and then straighten your front leg. So you're reaching through the fingers, you're then reaching forwards a little way, so past your right foot, the hand will come to the inside of your leg, the back of the hand will come to the small of the back, and we'll open up into triangle pose, but keep the hand on the back of the body to start with, so find length along your spine. If the wall were behind you, the back of the body will be in contact with the wall, back of the head. And then you straighten the legs, turn the feet. You might want to turn around so you can see what I'm up to. You've got your feet are parallel. You've got the hands on your waist. You're pulling up through the pelvic floor, and then you're just folding forwards from the hips, folding forwards a little bit. So you might not come very far forwards. Keep the chest open. So keep the shoulders drawing back. You can spread the toes, press down through the soles of the feet, and you can bend your left knee and straighten your right, perhaps resting the hands just above your knee. And then you can come the other way, you could bend the right and straighten your left. And then just releasing the hands, can you swivel yourself around, holding on if you need to, so you've got your back heel lifted and your front knee is bent. So finding length along the spine, taking the arms up, come back to your center. And perhaps you can even try straightening that front leg. And then as you bend the knee again, take the arms up again. And then see what it feels like to take the arms back behind you, reaching through your fingers. Feel the openness across your chest. And then the hands come up, you could lift your knee. The foot comes down and the hands to your center. So again, we're checking in with our body, come back to our mountain pose. Notice the difference, maybe just close the eyes for a second. Notice the difference between one side of the body to the other. Perhaps see what's happening to your breath. And then we'll just then we'll come around to the other side of the chair. So if you're using a chair, you might want to swivel around. And we're going to lift the arms when you get there. Sorry, lift the arms, lift the heels. And we'll drop the heels, bend the knees this time, and sweep the arms back. So we take the arms up as we lift the heels. Drop the heels, bend the knees, sweep the arms back. And again, you lift. Drop the heels, bend the knees, sweep the arms back. And then we'll come into chair pose for a moment, taking the weight back towards the heels, drop the shoulders, tummy back into spine, before bringing the hands to the chest as you straighten your legs. And then we can just take the weight into the left leg. Take the right knee up, slide the leg out to the side. So drawing up through this leg, so the toes can be on the floor. You could take the gaze to the left, you could take the hand off the chair if you would like. And the hand comes down and the foot might come across the body. You might want to pop it onto the chair or just ease the knee across and take the right arm out to the side. And as the knee comes forward, the hands could come to your chest. You could push out through the heel, bend the back knee and drop the heel to the ground. So you've got the bent left knee and a straight right leg. The shoulders are relaxed, and you're going to reach down towards your toes. The toes will come down, the arms will lift, the back heel will lift. And then you release, push the hands down towards the ground, palms down. So again, inhaling, lifting the arms, lifting the back heel. Exhaling, bending the back knee, straightening the right leg. Sweep the arms up. And again, two more. So you push the hand, you bend the back knee, the front leg is straight. You're coming down towards the leg, the back heel lifts. And last time. Coming up. And you hold. So when you get to the top, you just hold it here on our little back bend. Hands come to center, and you can hop your legs together, and perhaps just swing this leg a couple of times. So see what that feels like. And swing the other way. And then we can stop and take the hands to our waist, and we can step the right foot over the left. Squeeze the thighs together, holding onto the waist, maybe lifting the back heel. So squeezing thighs, drawing up through the pelvic floor, and then you twist to your right. Inhale, lifting, exhale, twisting. Keep the shoulders down, chest is open. So you're squeezing that right shoulder blade a little bit towards your spine. And then as you untwist back to center, the choice is you could just keep your toes on the floor if you wanted, or you could bring your ankle to your knee. So holding onto the chair if you would like to. If your foot is lifted, flex the foot, ease the knee away from you. So if we sort of did this when we're sitting, we're just going to try bending that left knee a little way. Here. Bend, bend, bend. And then as you come up, release the leg. Let's just bring the feet to the floor for a minute. Give this leg a little rest. And you just make some little circular movement. So swiveling the hips, swivel the other way. And then as we stop, we're going to take the right leg back. So the right leg is coming back. We're coming into warrior two on this side. So your front knee is bent, your front heel is in line with the middle of the back foot, your shoulders are above your hips, your hips are opening sideways. You could use the hands just to open through the inner thighs. You take the arms out towards your feet and relax your shoulders, looking over the middle finger of your left hand so that when your right hand slides down the leg, the palm turns over and you could gaze at the hand as it comes up and overhead. So your left arm is coming up and over towards your straight-legged side, Gina. Good. And then you bring your forearm down towards your left knee, and you take your right arm up and over. You come back to your warrior pose, pushing down evenly through your feet, reaching through your fingers. And then as you draw up through that left leg, straightening the leg a little, reaching forward, the hand can come to the inside of the leg, the back of the right hand to the small of the back, and you can open into Trikonasana triangle pose, finding length along your spine. Easing that right shoulder back a little, keep finding length through the spine, and then you lift up, straightening the legs, turn the feet to face parallel. Just take the hands to the back of the body, give the kidneys a little, kidney area a little rub. And then you just slide the hands onto your waist again. So you're drawing up through the pelvic floor, tummy button towards your spine. You're hinging at your hips. So just be very mindful of your back. You're keeping your spine long, your legs are strong, you're folding forwards a little way. Keep the shoulders back, chest is open. And then see what happens when you bend the right knee and you straighten the left leg. The hands could rest above your knee. And then you could go the other way. So you could bend the left and straighten the right. And then just release the hands and just let one knee and then the other bend. And you might bring a little bit more movement into the arms as you let your body start to sway a little. You could lift one foot, take the weight from one foot to the other. Can you find your breath? Can you notice your breath? And then we start to slow it down before swiveling the feet around to face the other side. So you've got your left knee bent and your right heel is lifted. So you're in a lunge position. This leg is strong. You're spreading the sole of your left foot, knee above the ankle, and then we take the arms up. Hands could come down. You might try straightening your front leg, coming perhaps higher up onto this back heel. And then as you bend the knee, pushing out through that heel again, taking the arms up before sweeping the arms back. So take the arms behind you, reaching through your fingers, palms are facing each other, your chest is open. And then the weight will come into the front foot. You can sweep your knee up, keep the toes on the floor if you would like, or lift the knee. The foot comes down and the hands to your center. So come back to your mountain pose. So checking in with your body, hopefully you're feeling a bit more balanced, one side of the body to the other. Close the eyes for a second and just take a couple of slow breaths. We take the weight again into our right foot, bring the left foot, into our left foot, take the right foot onto the leg. So you're coming into a tree pose with the knee coming out to the side. So your knee is coming out, you're drawing up through the standing leg. If your foot is on the leg, push the leg against the foot as well. So then you'll be working with this kidney meridian, spreading the sole of your right foot. And if you wanted, you could take the arms up. Keep drawing up through the left leg. Hands come to center. You can take the foot forward, maybe have a kind of generous bend in your right foot to give the sole of the foot a little rub. And then you can bring the foot to the ground. Release the hands for a second. And we'll try tree pose on this side. So your weight is in your right foot. Your left foot is coming onto the leg or onto the floor. You're easing the knee out to the side. The arms are lifting. Keep drawing up through the right leg. Bring the knee to forwards. Take the ball of the foot onto the ground again. You can just massage the sole of the foot, the ball of the foot, and then bring the foot back down to the ground, the arms to your side in your mountain pose. And then as we lift the arms, maybe taking a little back bend, so just lifting. And then as you bend your knees, can you flow the body forward? So bend the knees, check the knees that not together, just folding forward a little bit, relax the arms. And as you push into the feet, coming up like a wave, lifting up, the arms can lift again, maybe a little back bend. And then as you flip the hands over, again, bending the knees, folding forwards a little, be mindful, very mindful of your back, just relax the shoulders, knees are bent, and again, pushing into the feet. So you're coming up like a wave, you're uncurling, you're lifting, the arms will lift, And then you're exhaling, the hands will flip around, you're flowing forward. And when you get there, hold it down there, hold onto the opposite elbow, coming into ragdoll. So your knees are bent, the head's relaxed. And then as you push into the feet, start to uncurl the body, coming up, the arms come out. The hands come to your center. And you bring yourself to rest. So bring yourself to rest, sitting down, lying down. I'm going to read you a little reflection on winter that I found that I thought was really nice in a minute. So they're not my words, in case you're wondering. I've suddenly become very eloquent. So bring yourself to rest. You're closing your eyes, finding, just make any last minute adjustments, wriggling the shoulders or making any movements you need to so your body can feel comfortable for the next few minutes. So if you're sitting on your chair, your spine is long. If you're lying down, you might have your arms near your side or perhaps resting on your body. Your feet might be dropping out sideways. If you're sitting, your knees are above your ankles. And bring awareness back to your breath. Can you slow your breath? Can you find an equal inhale and an exhale? So perhaps you could inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale 5 exhale for 5. Let your breath just return to its natural rhythm. And as the breath begins to slow, your body begins to rest. Let the exhale sink you a little deeper into relaxation. As you feel your body resting, and you can relax the back of your body. Relax the soles of your feet and the heels and the calf muscles, the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs. Relax your hips and your pelvis. Find length along your spine. You feel the broadness across your back, your lower back and your middle back and your upper back. And you relax the back of the neck and the back of your head, the backs of the arms, the backs of the hands, so that the back of the body is resting. And we can soften into the front of the body, the tops of the feet, the toes. Relax your ankles and the shins and your kneecaps. Relax the fronts of the thighs, the inner thighs and the outer thighs. You feel the softening into the sides of the body and across the abdomen. Relaxing across your chest. Feel the softness at the base of your throat. And you relax your shoulders away from the ears. And relax the fronts of the arms. The palms of the hands all the way to your fingertips. You relax your throat and release any tightness in your jaw. And perhaps your lips will part slightly as you relax the mouth, the tongue, relax your cheeks and the corners of the eyes, the eyeballs and the eyelids. Can you soften the little space between your eyebrows? And feel the smoothness across your forehead. And you relax the crown of the head. The front of the body resting. Your whole body resting. And any remaining tension washing down through your body and away through your feet into the ground. As the body rests. A reflection on winter. Winter is a strong and powerful teacher for the human body and psyche, drawing us into our bones, our hearts, our dark matter, inviting us to listen to what's needing to die and what's needing to be nourished. It can scare those who don't like to be alone or who surround themselves with distractions or who've spent years hiding from the feelings within. It can bring fear up in those who hold on with a tight grip, those who try to be pretty and spring-like every day of the year, or those who cling to the sometimes repressive idea of good vibes only. Yet winter is so often what we need, to come in, to be in darkness, and to listen. So we can know ourselves, so we can care for ourselves, so we can tend to our wounds and our future. Winter, I have learned, is vital. The beauty of our lives depends on how we nurture those seeds that reside deep in our consciousness. As we rest, bring awareness to the breath. The rise and fall of your body as you breathe. Breathing in relaxation, and breathing out, you release. You might become aware of the sound of your breath. Maybe you can feel the breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils. And let the breath begin to deepen. And as the breath begins to deepen, you feel the energy starting to flow around your body. The Shakti energy, the prana, the chi, life force energy. And you can start to wiggle your shoulders. If you're lying down, you might want to draw your knees up towards your chest. So you can rock a little from side to side before easing yourself up to a seated position. And when you get there, we'll all meet with our hands at our heart center. It's quite chilly, isn't it, today? Bring the hands to your heart center. And we'll finish with an Om. So inhaling. May you have a very happy and peaceful day. Thank you very much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely ladies. Let me stop the recording.